musicians, our performers, our dancers, our comedians, everyone that represents British culture that is currently boxed in Tear Down Walls today. Tear down walls for our pensioners who want to retire, for our businesses large and small. Tear all of that down. Get all of that freedom back. And at the same time as doing this for our economy, our identity, our culture and our future, I want us to do this for our sense of responsibility in the world. I am sick of irresponsible, selfish governments. Get that out of here. There's the moment with the threat of Donald Trump. In a world where you have monsters like Putin and Netanyahu who are out of control, it's a worrying place. And Europe has to be the rock. And we in the UK have to stand with Europe to be the rock, to guard, as Terry was saying before, our freedoms, our democracy, our sense of hope and necessity, our humanity and human rights, here and everywhere. That is what we invest in. That is what we lend our children to the wheel of. And so, if that moves you, then I have a movement for you. Who here is a member of European Movement UK? That's good, but not quite good enough, because we need more. This is the substrate on which we build going forward at the centre of our pro-EU ecosystem. So if you're a member, get more members. If you're not a member, sign up, because now we're in new territory and now we build back to rejoin. Thank you very much.
Yeah, people got the wrong idea of Putin.
So, I had a dream this summer.
Putin ended COVID.
Unfortunately, it was kind of the exact opposite of the Martin Luther King dream. It was a dream that I was being physically dragged from my car.
Putin single.
That dream bled into reality. I was looking around the room because I thought it was real. Because there are people currently now acting in Parliament, like Nigel Farage, who are trying to make that dream a reality for many millions of ethnic minority people around the country. So this stuff is real for me in a very visceral way. That's what Nigel Farage has done to us. And if Keir Starmer, if the Labour members, the Labour MPs in there, don't drastically improve people's quality of life over the next few years in a way that they can feel, and he doesn't actually make the case that it is progressive values and progressive policies like returning to the single market that is the reason why things are getting better, then come the next election, people will have lost faith in both the Labour Party and the Conservative Party, and then Nigel Farage will stroll into Downing Street over the crunching bones of the two previous parties. That's the reality. That's what's at stake here if we don't do absolutely everything in our power to address the cost of living crisis. And we know that Brexit is a major drag on our quality of life. All the experts have made that very, very clear. And this government knows that as well. They even wrote it into law. About a month ago, they passed a fiscal responsibility bill, which basically means that everything they do has to be judged by the Office of Budget Responsibility. So they can only do things that the OBR says we can afford. Well, the OBR also says that Brexit is costing our economy 4%, the equivalent of £100 billion a year, and $40 billion in tax revenue. So, according to their own laws, they have to do everything in their power to essentially undo Brexit. They've written that law themselves. And so, there is no logical argument for why British Starmer should not be saying it is the policy of this government to rejoin the EU single market as soon as possible. Because there's no democratic justification for being outside of the single market. In 2016, they promised to stay in. In 2017 and 2019, the majority of those voting parties that were saying we should stay in the single market. And if Keir Starmer said, who exactly could argue? Because the Conservative Party, they admitted that Brexit is making us poor. Amy Baydock said Brexit has been especially traumatic for the car industry. Rishi Sunak said it's the reason why we're lagging behind other countries in terms of trade. George Freeman said we're paying the price of Brexit in our food bills. When we look at the reform party, Farage said Brexit has failed, that we haven't benefited economically from it. Several reform candidates who I interviewed before they threw me out of the court, they told me that Brexit is going to make us poor now. They were in power for years. And they said that it's going to work. So who's left? Who are they trying to impress? The only people I can think of is that they're scared of the Daily Mail that Farage would say. So, in my view, given the stakes of
They gemming the connection. They gemming the connection, man.
The joy bar. The boss is shaking his head at me, so I must be doing a really crap job. Sorry, everybody. Okay.